That's so, I don't know. Yeah, but I was saying like, yo, the health motivator.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Who? Rochelle T?
Rochelle T. Parks. Mm-hmm.
The
And
health
look, and
motivator.
listen. I am a machine, so don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
And I'm surrounded by machines.
Yeah.
So, but I give respect where it's due, man. And
Oh, she ain't
she
no
gets it
joke.
in.
Oh,
That's
she
what it
ain't no
is.
joke with it.
Yeah.
Rochelle definitely ain't no joke with it. Matter of fact, Rochelle is the one who was like, Quest, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do to get off this first 7-8 pounds. I ended up knocking off, let me see, 224, 211. I ended up knocking off like 12 pounds
Just like that.
in 1 week
Yeah.
off a diet alone.
Yeah, man.
I ain't talking about exercise. I'm talking about diet alone. 1 week.
Understood.
I mean, I went back up like 2 pounds because, the eating habits change a little bit. Kid, 12 pounds, one shot, boom.
Yeah. She and I eat very similar.
Yeah.
I mean, within reason. But yeah, good stuff. But it's like we be talking like they're not here, Quest.
Oh, yeah. They here.
So, yeah, come on in the room, gather round, hit the share button. Gather round, friends, gather round. It's Thursday.
Yes, indeedy.
Thursday.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yo, it's funny. DK on Marriage Moments for Monday, she was calling out her husband. Like I seen it, he saw it in the feed. Like she called him out and he laughed out loud. Like, I guess we hit a chord or something. I don't know what it was, but yeah, then my man popped up on the feed, so it's positive.
Yeah,
that's right. Gather around, man.
Yeah.
We just trying to do what we got to do, man. We in it with you,
no doubt.
Because far as I can tell, Quest, listen, Quest.
Yeah.
Sunday, I got 17 years, Quest.
17. This Sunday coming.
The one that's coming up next. 17 years, like I don't even remember all them years.
17 in the game.
Yes, man. Yep. I'm like, wow. I say it and it's like, wow. That's good stuff, man. I'm happy.
And it's funny because what we're gonna talk about today, you definitely got the you know what I'm saying, the juice on 17 years.
You got to be able to do some of what we talking about if you're gonna get through.
Come on.
And it's good years too, Quest, because I know some people who struggle through 23, 25, dragging themselves. And, big up to the people who have discipline, but we not married on discipline. I'm talking about the Harrises. We not married on discipline. Like, we not together on discipline. We actually like being like this. Like, we like being married.
Yeah. I don't know about nobody else, but I like being married.
Yeah. Yep.
I love being married.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So for those of you who are joining us for the very first time, as I have said before, the guy right there is Quest. That's
what up?
And I'm Dave. I'm just Dave. But then again, I could be Dave and he could be Quest, whichever way you want to cut it.
Yeah.
The dude with the hat on is Quest, and
That's
the dude
me.
without the hat on is not Quest.
That
Yeah. So
I said I had to go put something on my head. Show them what you told show everybody what you told me to put on my head.
Why you want me to do that to you? All right, hold on for a second. Since you want to bring it up.
I told him I had to go put something on my head. D told me to put this on my head. Look. Yo, the devil is busy, bro. It'll be a long time before I put that on my head. You know what I'm saying? I'll admit it's getting a little thin up there. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on until the brakes fall off.
Yeah, I've been a barber since '88, so maybe that's my context, Quest. Maybe that's
that might be it.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have definitely not brought that up. Yeah, so for those of you joining us for the very first time, this is the Marriage Ain't for Suckers program, and we're about to get underway. And when it sounds like we know what we're talking about, it's because we have gotten on LIVE audio.
Yes.
And we're going to get into a good subject. Today, I don't even know if we got a title today, Quest. So we got to make up a title, man. But
yeah,
it is what it is. Y'all know what it is. You can see it when you logged on. You saw it, didn't you? So that's what it is. And yeah. So just give us a second. If Quest is ready, I'm ready. And we can get under WAY. All right. So when we're done, we're not going to hang around too much today. And yeah, so get them in here. Click the share. Now is the time to click the share button. Go ahead, click it. And we're going to get ready. So Quest, you give me the nod. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. Here we go. Quiet on the set. Into it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What are we talking about today?
What up, y'all? And welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. I am your boy Quest, host with the most, alongside my man, my mellow, my man, L. David Harris.
Get on the mic.
And MC.
What up, Quest? What you laughing for?
Because you didn't have one. You got two of them jokers now. Class
is in session.
Indeed. Everybody come on in and take a seat. My voice all cracking up. What up, y'all? Yes, indeed, man. Hey, I am in a very good mood because
nice.
I shouldn't say a very good mood, but I'm excited because Nico starts school, man.
Oh, nice.
He starts school at the end of this month, man.
Word up.
And so that is Nico at school every day. You know what I'm saying? Mason at the daycare. You know what I'm saying? That means we have room to work and to concentrate on work. I'm telling you, sometimes when they hear D, yeah, it's a difficult situation, bro. But yeah, I'm thankful that he's going away to school. But I'm excited, D, and kind of broken in the same breath because I realize that he's getting older now.
Holla.
You know what I'm saying?
You and Simone are cousins. Holla at the little dude. Bye-bye. We'll see when we get home. See when we get home.
and I'm not.
That's what's up. I get you though. I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if Faith is bad with it, I could deal with it. Like, oh, my man getting older. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the pause button? Let me just enjoy a little bit of this, and then you could take it off. Faith don't want him to grow up. Period. Like, I think the first day of school she gonna cry, bro. I think she gonna cry the first day. So
I guess it's appropriate. There's something wrong with me. I'm waiting for my man to be 17. I can't wait. I'm like, hurry up and get to 17, P. Like, you got 10 more years in you. Hurry up.
Yep.
That's good though, man. It's good because you cherish the time. Real talk. Like, cherish the time, man. I'm not heartless.
Yep. No doubt. How old is Jay now?
He's 7. He'll be 8. Lord spares life in December. Going to 3rd grade. You know. A little while here.
I seen him doing some major work too. I seen moms go up to the school the other day. Yeah. He got some awards. My man is banging his classes out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's
down the list. Yeah, he taking after daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that brain is there, bruh.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, if this dude just coasting through school getting grades like that, what happens if you actually try? Like, wow, because he one of them dudes, man. Like, once he figured out, he what do you call it? What they say with the code? Crack the code.
Yeah.
So he cracked the code. So
no joke though, you was like that in high school. You had mad AP classes. You know what I'm saying? And he was like running through these classes. I'm like, yo, did you study for the exam? Like, study what? I already know the info. I'm like, what? I mean, I'm banging my head out. D just breezing through these classes. So yeah,
that's
man.
That's a problem.
He's definitely taking after daddy in that respect, man.
Problem.
Yep. So yeah, man. Everything else is lovely. Me and the wife pushing out tonight to go up north, man. Go back to the stomping grounds. You know what I'm saying?
Up north, like now, why? Like New York?
Yeah, New York, New Jersey. You know,
Okay.
since we're going up there for about a week, spend some time with the in-laws. I'm gonna go around. I may even go by Springfield, you know what I'm saying, and go, you know what I'm saying, see some peeps from back in the day. So yeah.
Didn't we do a program with you on like the Garden State Parkway last year or something?
We did. I think we did. We were on the way back to the house. And sure, next week we're gonna be doing one right there in Monroe Township, New Jersey.
Again? Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
again.
All right.
So, yeah, man. What's going on the Jamaica side of things?
Yeah, life is life.
It is.
Well, I'm watching life on this side because the U.S. sneezes, everybody catches a cold. So I'm watching cable news and all of that. Seeing what's going on your side, thinking, y'all keep that some of the stuff, keep it there, the other stuff bring it here, but you don't get to choose.
Yeah,
the world is a small place now these days, man. So
real.
But we good, man. Lord spares life. You get to another day, you do it again.
Good.
So
good.
I ain't mad.
Good. Well, let's get into it, man. Before we do that, let me shout out Breathe University. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Yes.
I was waiting for the.
Yeah, my timing was off. I was getting this piece of paper together, and I just missed my cue.
Well, shouts out to them, man. Some amazing things going on in BU now. We've divided the country up into regions now. BU meetups,
organizations.
Yep.
Yes.
It's a full blown organization now. As always, I'm holding it down for the marriage department.
Okay.
Entrepreneurial
good choice.
Endeavors and the know-how, the tips and tricks, you know what I'm saying, the secrets on how to be a better entrepreneur. It's all there for you. As a matter of fact, Take Control San Francisco is coming up real soon. So that's one. There's another one coming up in Philly with E and Inky Johnson.
I saw something about that.
Yeah, Ignite
That's
the
gonna
Dream.
Be crazy, dog.
Oh, it's gonna be bananas.
The graphic was crazy, so I know the actual thing gonna be crazy.
Well, Ink and E, man, like Ink is a monster all by himself. Like E always said, if it's gonna be anybody that ever take my spot, it's gonna be Inky. You know what I'm saying? And that dude is next level.
I can't even speak on it, man.
Man, let me tell you something. Even with the arm, the way that it is, my man gets out there and runs every day, still exercises, still does all the things as if he had full range. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's some of the stuff that's going on in BU. Like for real, if you want more information on to attend one of the conferences, go to etinspires.com/events. And if you want to become a part of the Breathe University family, I'm telling you, the modules that we have online, the training center for your spirit. I'm talking about, we got modules for your spirit, right? Modules on worship, modules on getting closer to God, modules on business, modules on relationships, modules on, there's 1,000,001 different things we got. 100-day challenge in there. If you want to become a part of Breathe University, just go by, see what we have to offer. Breathe University, BREATHE University.com.
That's what's up, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man. Well, I already feel the power of Breathe University. I'll just tell you, man. Good links, good connections, man. Power stuff, man. So, yeah, I endorse this. I endorse this statement of my man Quest, J. Quest Green, the New Questament. I'm with you.
Yes, indeed.
Shout to BU. Stand up. Go ahead and type it in the feed. I want to see how many people can get that BU strong in the feed. Let's see.
Hey, AD, I want to say this real quick too, because I just want to let them know, because I'll be seeing you not only in October, but I'm going to turn around and see you again in February. Why? Because of Phenomenal Life Jamaica. Last year, we did the Phenomenal Life, not last year, earlier on this year, we did Phenomenal Life Cruise. We went out on Princess, and this year it's a destination. We're going to be at Iberostar, Ibero. Is that how? Iberostar?
Yeah.
Yep. In Montego Bay. We're going to be there for 7 days, 6 nights. And if you want to be a part of what's going down, like for real, go to phenomenallifejamaica.com. I'm telling you, it's going, ain't no party like a Breathe University party, because a Breathe University party don't stop. I'm just telling you, Phenomenal Life Jamaica is going down, Montego Bay, Jamaica, February 2019. For more information, go to phenomenallifejamaica.com.
Y'all better get it while you can, because it's selling
quick.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So Yeah, I'm gonna over dramatize this next thing because we're just talking about the podcast.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. One day I'm gonna trick y'all and actually do it. Yeah, today's program is brought to you by Audible. Get your free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/marriage. With more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. And today I'm going to recommend something we've already talked about. Just one more good time. Parenting Isn't for Cowards by, let's see, James Dobson, Dr. James Dobson. They got everything on marriage and family over there. Focus on the family. I cannot front. Parenting Isn't for Cowards by James Dobson.
Yep.
The doc knows what he's talking about.
Yep. I love it. I love it. Parenting is definitely, hey, I'm just talking in our terminology. Parenting ain't for suckers.
It ain't for suckers.
Yeah, the 2-year-old, and it's not even Nico sometimes because Nico has his seasons, but the 2-year-old and the 15-year-old, hey, mommy.
Oh, but you sitting in two Molotov cocktail zones.
I'm just telling you,
top of the joints.
And it's funny too, D, because the 15-year-old I would not have thought would push, but yeah, she'll push the boundaries too. And so it's kind of that season where I got to be your father and not your friend. Oh,
yeah, this too shall pass.
Yep.
This too shall pass.
That might be a book there, D, father versus friend.
Don't tell me stuff like that because it'll be out in 2 weeks. Like, did that dude just publish my book? Yes. Don't play with it. Don't blink.
So one more real quick before we get into it, D. I got to shout out, like for real, our listener of the week, who is J. White Journal. And he says, bravo. This podcast continues to inspire me to become a better man for my lady. Thank you for the insight and perspective. Gentlemen, God bless. Man,
Word.
Right out from J. White Journal. So yeah, man.
Yeah, big shout.
Shots
J.
out
White
to
Journal.
Yep. And if you want to become a listener of the week too, man, for real, just stop by the podcast app on your iPhone or whatever platform that you're using. Leave us a review. You know what I'm saying? We love to hear from you. And once we get the reviews in, you too can become a listener of the week.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Dwan Matunga. That's our man. 50 grand. Always supporting.
As a matter of fact, I'll see him this week as well. Or next week. Yep.
Big shout to Officer Craig. Stand up,
Philly PD.
Them boys in blue. Yeah. So what we talking about today, class?
Conflict resolution, navigating through the difficult and challenging times of your marriage.
Interesting.
Yep. And it's funny, D, because when the word says that we should become one flesh, it failed to mention that that's not an easy task, right? And so I think we talked a little bit about it last week. I realized, D, that me and Faith are not always going to see eye to eye.
You realize that?
I realized, and I realized that I think right after the lovey-dovey stage. Matter of fact, I realized it a little bit while we were dating, right?
Yeah.
But what I love about me and Faith is the way that we navigate through the difficult and challenging times, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's the reason why we chose this topic today, because we've been getting messages. I know I have been getting messages. I'm trying to get my husband to understand this, or I'm trying to get my wife to understand that. And it's always a fight in this area. It's always an argument. And so I think we touched on it last week, but there's a couple of tools that we can share with them today. You got a couple? I know I got a couple.
I got a rack.
Okay. I got a couple. Yeah. But here's the thing, D, to navigate through the tools, right? I believe that in order to navigate through these tools that we're about to share today, there are 5 things. And I think we shared them last week, but I'm going to go ahead and share them again. And if you got a couple, you can share them as well. But I think in order to use these tools as you're navigating through the difficulties of your marriage, number one, you have to be mature.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we said it before, maturity is not necessarily something that comes with age or experience, but taking responsibility for how you think and how that translates into the words that you use and the way that you carry yourself, the actions, the things that you act out. In other words, like if a difficulty arises, because you're mature, you're not going to let the difficulty dictate to you what your response is going to be to that difficulty, right?
Right.
The second thing that I would say is the absence of selfishness, right? Self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 would be the absence of pride, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes stuff going on, you know that there's something that might be a little bit better than yours, but because you feel like your wife did it or because your husband did it, you know what I'm saying? You got a little pride issue. You know what I'm saying? No, we should do it this way, or you don't want to become like for real. You don't want to. You don't have the spirit of unity. That's what we talked about a couple weeks ago. You don't have the spirit of unity because of your pride, and the word declares that pride goeth before a fall. Right. So that's number 3, absence of pride. Number 4, treat your marriage like it's your client.
Mm-hmm.
In a business client relationship, D, you trying to do everything for your client. I mean, not to the point where you losing your soul, but you're trying to give them an experience and service their needs that they give them a service that they need and deserve. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you want to do with the marriage. And last but not least, and this is a big one, D, exercise humility.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes your wife might say something to you or your husband might say something to you and you feel that they hadn't said it in a way that like you always want difficult things to be said to you with sugar on top.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes in order to get you to do the stuff that you're supposed to do, the recipe don't call for sugar. Sometimes it calls for pepper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And in those instances, you need, and here's the first thing, is it true? And if it's true,
filter out the stuff that doesn't matter. If, for real talk, like, yes, we should be cognizant of our tones of voices. Yes, we should be cognizant of our facial expression. Yes, we should be aware of all sorts of things. But on that one point you made there, I'm saying about is it true? Like, you don't want to hear somebody shouting at you something, about you. But if, God forbid, your spouse does do that, and yeah, that's a problem. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But if they happen to do that, but the thing that they say through their vitriol is true, y'all work, the shouting part is a separate issue, but hear the part that's true. Like they say, sometimes in conflict resolution, they say, agree with what's true.
Yep.
And then, the rest of the thing, the vitriol, you deal with that. The disrespect, you deal with that. But was what was said true? Boy.
Yep.
Oh boy, I didn't like how you did that, but maybe I need to look at that.
And then here's the thing too, D, because I think sometimes we contribute to the conflict. Some of us have, Some of us have, some of us have a track record.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, case in point, I just make it real surface. You know that the garbage come every Thursday or Wednesday, or whatever day the garbage.
The truck?
Yeah, the garbage truck come every Wednesday morning. For us, it's Thursday morning, right? Let's say garbage truck come every Thursday morning, and your wife got to tell you, take out the garbage, take out the garbage, take out the garbage, take out the garbage, take out the garbage. And then something happened where the dog got to the garbage and it's all over the floor. And it happened on the night that you were supposed to take the garbage out. Now she get upset. She's like, oh, this is the reason why I always say to. She's frustrated, and rightly so. And she should be frustrated because now the dog tear up the garbage. It's all over the kitchen floor. Why? The dog would have never got to the garbage if you took the garbage out. And she's tripping the way that she's tripping because of your track record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And and rubbish day did not sneak up on you. Rubbish collection day didn't sneak up on you.
Tell the truth, D. Half the stuff that people have a track record over, right? Because of behaviors or whatever it may be. Is it stuff that really sneaks up on you?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's why we've made a decision in our house. Like some of that stuff, we just shake our heads like, y'all not for real. Y'all not really beefing over that, are you?
That's it. So D. So what are some of the things that you think you need to have or need to be before you actually operate in some of the tools that we're about to share today?
Got to be open. I'm gonna put it simple like that, because I think openness sort of encompasses some of the heavier, more principled things like maturity and, honesty and all that. Openness says whatever you're about to bring in here, if it's constructive, all right, let's go. Bring it home.
Yep.
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 But we don't have to. I don't have to get. Because if I'm immature, then I'm closing. Ooh. If I'm dishonest, I'm closing. If I'm violent, I'm closing. If I'm, love seeketh not her, love doesn't keep a record. If I'm keeping a record of wrong, then I'm closed. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm open to my wife now, this is what I'm open to. Yeah. I'm not open to resolving the conflict. I'm not open to fixing the problem. I'm open to my wife.
Yep.
And whatever comes with her.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So once I'm open, then all that deep stuff, all the surface stuff, it's all coming in. Why? Because it's open. You leave the door open in the middle of a rainstorm. Whatever's out there is coming in the house.
Absolutely.
Open. If it's sunshine outside, you get that sunshine when you leave the blinds open or whatever y'all got over there. Right. Mm-hmm. So yeah, open.
All right. So real quick, I want to touch like a tool or two. What are some tools that you have, D, to navigate through conflict resolution?
Well, if you have scheduled, and notice I said scheduled, so I'm suggesting that you do, but if you schedule a time, and it's a little bit different than some of the things that we talked about, but if you schedule a time for you to have discussion and openness or whatever you want to call it about the thing that's at hand, right? Then in my mind, you only get to bring one or two issues to that session. Like, don't dump out. I'm saying that. You may find people that say something
that's dope,
but do not dump out the kitchen sink. Like, all right, how many minutes I got? 15. All right. And then just kind of blurt out like as much as you can cram into 15 minutes. Like, don't do that. Like, prioritize the thing, man. And if there's one or two things that really matter, and you have to be objective, if it really matters, bring that. But the rest of it, just let it go, man, because what you're really doing, usually the issue, I know we can get into semantics, but usually the issue is not really a thing. It's a relationship. It's a relationship problem. Mm-hmm. The issue is really a symptom of something.
Yep.
Whatever. Like, pick a thing, but the person is who you're really working with. That's the one you love. That's the one you've pledged to. That's the one where the risk is immeasurable for hurting. So just one or two things, man, because you're really trying to win the person.
You said something, then you breezed over it, and I think I just want to pull it out. And we've said this before, that your spouse is not the problem. You're not the problem. The problem is the problem. I'm open to you. What is the problem? And let's work together against the problem, and don't let the problem, because see, what the problem will do is point fingers. It'll cause you to think like you the issue or your wife is the issue. And then they got you fighting against each other, but fight with each other against the problem.
Yeah.
Not each other. Right.
Back to the wall, to the wall, knuckle up.
No, that's it. All right. So you said set a time, right? Set a date. That's exactly what we have in our house. It's called set a date ministry. Right. Because Faith and I won't always see eye to eye. Sometimes she may present something, or I may present something in terms of an issue, and she won't immediately agree. Right. And she'll voice it like, I don't agree with that.
Right.
And I'm not trying to be difficult, but I don't agree because I can't wrap my mind fully around what it is that you're trying to present right now. Right. And so what we'll do, D, is we're like, okay, let's set a date. Because right now, and just for this moment, we'll agree to disagree. But we're not just leaving it at, I agree to disagree. We're saying, let's set a date a week out, because you and I discussed it. I realized that life happens in a 30, 60, and 90-day window, right? Let's set a date a week out, 2 weeks out, maybe a month out, 30 days out. Come back and talk about the same thing that we agreed to disagree. Sidebar. What I realized, D, is that sometimes, let me not say sometimes, resolve every issue or problem that you have. Bring resolution some way, somehow, in any way, shape, or form. Always try to bring resolution. unresolved issues or problems always have they just got a way sometimes of coming back and biting you in the behind.
Yeah.
You ever get into like a disagreement? I ain't talking about a knockdown, drag out, just a simple disagreement. And even for some of you, you might have a blow up, a full blown argument, and you find old stuff coming back up, and you're like, yo, why are you bringing that back up? That's old. No, it's not
old because it's unresolved.
There you go. That's why it's coming back up, right? So what Faith and I do is not only do we set a date, right, but we come back and actually talk about the thing that we set the date for, right? And here's the thing: when you're going through the process of the time that you set the date and the time that you actually have the discussion, it's a week, 2 weeks, it might be 30 days, D. We actually put it as a calendar date on the calendar. And here's the funny thing: while you're waiting to come back, you will not let that disagreement put a wedge in between you and your spouse. So
you table it.
Yeah, you
if you want to say, if you want to put it into some sort of corporate sort of.
Yes, if we want to use corporate terminology, yes.
We in the boardroom, we table it.
Yes, right. We table the discussion to a later date, right? And we continue to work. We are not going to allow this disagreement to cause any kind of disruption, put a wedge in between me and you. D, I'm going to continue to love you. I'm going to continue to support you. You're going to continue to love me. You're going to continue to support me. You understand?
Yeah.
And yeah, we're not going to allow that to like for real, disrupt what we got going on. And when that date comes, we'll deal with it. Right?
Yeah.
That is the set a date. And what I've realized is that some of you vex because your wife or your husband don't see things the way that you see them. And if you continue, I'm just saying, D, if you continue to operate in that vein, you are going to spend more time being miserable than more time being happy.
Yeah, real talk. Because for me, like, and I'm not going to speak from the conflict perspective because I don't really have a point of reference with that at our house. I just don't. But like, for instance, like I have a rule. I'm talking about my rule. I'm not saying that you men should have this rule. I'm talking about me because of my temperament and just, I'm one of them dudes. Like my name, my moniker in university was chill! ! Like I don't need it.
Chill. Okay.
Chill. Like chill. All right. Like, and I'm not a sweep it under the rug kind of guy, but it's just like, is it really worth? All right. So Simone likes, like, she's a person who likes to decorate and stuff, right? And she'll say, do you like X, Y, or Z? And I'm like, I don't like none of them. Because she asked me. I don't like any of them. So, well, what's wrong with this one? You mean besides the fact that it's ugly? Nothing. Like, I just don't like it. But I don't have to like it. Right? Well, but she needs me to like it. So it's a blessing that she cares enough for me to like it. But then again, like, so we're almost kind of outdoing. Somebody might have cringed when I said the thing about ugly, but that's, I mean, she's my friend for 28 years, homeboy.
Oh, so you could do that. But you got relationship. But see, that's
she asked me.
That's the maturity of the relationship, D. And we'll come back, but finish.
But she asked me. I didn't walk up on something she got and said, that's ugly. So I'm like, but Simone, do you like it? Yes, I really love it. Good, get it. But you think it's ugly. So the fact that I think it's ugly means absolutely nothing to me. I said that. I think it's ugly, but that means nothing to me. So for me, I have sort of compartmentalized my life. If it's principle, then I'm gonna care, and I'm not pulling back. If it's practical, I'll have an opinion. I may not like something. I may prefer something, but I'm never gonna make that an issue. If it's spiritual, I'm always the swing vote. Y'all could call it what you like. You can write your congressman or wherever you live, write your member of parliament about Dave saying swing vote in a sentence. But when it comes to spiritual things, my duty is priest, and I can't shake it. So I keep all of that for them times. And we seldom even have those issues because we're compatible spiritually. You see what I'm saying? So for practical stuff, is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Well, unless there's some overarching reason I can't make it for Wednesday, then it's whatever whatever. Like, I cannot make stuff that's not a principle a problem. That's just me. So I'm going with her on everything that's not a principle. And then the other stuff we got to talk about.
That's right there. You've banged out so many different things.
You telling me.
Number one, the maturity of the relationship and the maturity between the two of you allow you to be able to speak the truth, to constantly keep you operating in the truth. I think what happens is that a lot of spouses really don't want to lie to their spouse, but they lie or don't tell the truth because they fear the response that you'll give back, and not fear in the sense like, oh, I'm scared, but
there's a reticence.
In some instances they're scared. But I would say that they don't want to deal with the response that you're going to give. Like, that's ugly. And immediately you got an attitude and you stonewalling them. You don't want to talk to them.
It's an opinion. Get over it.
You go downstairs and you at the dinner table and you say, babe, can you pass the salad dressing? No, you get it by yourself because it's ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you know, that kind of thing. We five now?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is dope. I bet that's not ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that kind of thing.
I've actually seen that. And I'm thinking, what? Simone, I'd be like, what? Like, there were times when we would have certain couples around. And it seemed like our relationship would always spark something with them. And then we looking at them like, are y'all for real? Like, is this for real? Or is this a camera trick? Like, are we being punked? Like, are y'all seriously upset with each other about this? Is that actually an issue?
Candid camera.
Come on, man.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. So that's it. It's the maturity of the relationship, right? And that's dope. And that's required in order for you to operate in while you're using these tools. There's another tool that we call D, and I did a YouTube video on it not too long ago called the Nationwide Ministry, right? Now, here in the States, there is an insurance company, you know, auto, life, whatever, and it's called Nationwide Insurance. And, you know, the tagline goes, Nationwide is on your side, right? So basically what the people at the insurance company are saying, well, in any difficulty, anything, we're on your side. We're with you, right?
Right.
And so as it relates to difficulties or challenges, or we're not seeing eye to eye, if you're mature, like you were talking about before, right? If you are operating with an absence of selfishness, absence of pride, you're treating the marriage like it's your client, and more, above all, you're operating in humility and you're open-minded, right? Openness, right? When you sit down and talk, and I'll give you a perfect example. When you sit down and talk about whatever the issue may be, and you hear the heart of your spouse and what they are presenting, not only in what they're saying, you're finding the meaning in not only what's being said, but who they are as a person. You have to sit back, operating through those things that we said before. You got to say to yourself, you know what? Their plan is better. Case in point, when Faith and I first got married, of course, I was living in Atlanta and Faith was living in Charlotte, right? And we knew that we were going to be married. We just wanted to spend the rest of our lives together. And we were saying, what are we going to do? Are we going to move to Charlotte, or are we going to move to Atlanta? I ain't gonna lie, D, I ain't want to move from Atlanta. Atlanta was like the Black Mecca. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to stay in Atlanta in the beginning, right? Charlotte ended up being one of the best decisions that I ever made. But in the beginning, I didn't want to go. So we sat down and we talked about it. We talked about where I was, where she was in terms of her company, how she was vested, the number of years that she was there. She moved because she used to be the gatekeeper for the CEO of the bank that she was working for. She moved from New York, came down to Charlotte. She was there. And as I spoke to her and I started listening to her heart, now she was ready to leave all of that and come to Atlanta and live. But if I made her do that, D, I would have been nothing but selfish. As we sat down and we started to discuss it, I just had to fess up and be like, yo, I don't want to leave, but you know what? Your plan is better than my plan. Where you are in terms, because what I was doing, I was in IT, and who I was working for, I could do that anywhere, right? And they were mad. As a matter of fact, you know, Charlotte is like the financial central. Like for what I was doing, they was like, oh, there's always spots for me. I was even when I was looking through the, you know, the ads for the different companies, tons of jobs, right? So we ended up deciding to move to Charlotte. While we were here, D, one of the best decisions I ever made. In the long run of things, I know God was ultimately in the mix. I ended up becoming an entrepreneur. Faith got promoted twice and ended up, like, for real, her salary went up. Nico and Mason was born, and now even Zoe came to live with us in February. So everything started looking up. So I knew that it was him in the mix, but I'm saying that sometimes it is better to go with your spouse's plan, especially when your spouse's plan is the best plan for what it is that you're trying to achieve, right? And sometimes you just got to go ahead, meet them on their side, and do what they're doing.
And sometimes, you know, meeting your spouse is for the sake of happiness for them. And notice I didn't say make them happy, but we don't have a lot of time to get into that. But like, for instance, so Carmen is here, of course, right? You know, our homegirl Carmen. So
shouts out to Jason and Carmen.
Yeah. So Carmen, so Simone and Carmen have been vibing about what we going to do Sunday. We're going to do Sunday, past Sunday, right? And then Carmen came up with an idea to go to an art festival. Well, we went to her house, and then it was like, go to an art festival. And so when I got to her house, and you know that came up, she was like, so you want to go to the art festival? I was like, no. And she said, oh. I said, but if Simone wants to go, let's go. Let's do it. And she was like, oh, well, why not? I was like, and I told her, I was like, I don't have a problem with the art part. It's the festival part. Like, I don't want to see all them people. Like, I'm not interested. It's just too many people.
Yeah.
Right. And so we get to the joint. And as soon as we get there was something that Simone wanted, these slippers I've been looking for a while. So we get them, right? Some nice Trelawney made, dope, native
leather joints.
Not some import from a certain place.
Nah.
Slap Jamaica on the back. Yeah. Not that, right? And so Carmen looks at me, and I'm making a point here. Carmen looks at me and says, see, you didn't want to come. And I said, see, I still don't want to come. It doesn't change a thing.
Yes.
But Simone wanted to be here for whatever her reasons were. Yeah. And I'm happy that she's happy. But it didn't change me.
Yep.
But I care about Simone. Like, trying to convince me that suddenly I like something that I don't like it's a waste of time. But I don't have the requirement on myself to innately like something. But I care so much about what Simone wants that it doesn't even matter. I'm just saying that's me.
But you're not selfish. You're not selfish. You see what I'm saying? And in addition to that, you're doing it with a positive attitude.
Oh, I wasn't a heel, bro. I was living it up in there like I actually wanted to be there. But Simone ain't crazy. She already know that it's not my thing. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it was what it was. But I wanted Simone to have what she want, her fun, and it was all good.
Some spouses, D, will go and, like, for real, you got an attitude. Let's go. You got a sour puss. Your mouth twists up like you know what I'm saying? Like you was drinking bitters. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
I ain't that dude. I'll stay home before I be that dude. I'm not that dude. So that's all I'm saying. Like, sometimes, the reason I'm mentioning this is because I have a friend who said to me one time, because his wife is very demanding. And he was like, yo, I wish that whenever my wife said thus and so, that I would always be down with it. Like, I'd be anxious to be or do or whatever. I was like, bro, that's a fairy tale, man. Like, you don't have to be like, why are you dragging yourself through this emotional roller coaster of trying not to be yourself? You can control how you behave. You can't control how you feel. So if somebody's requiring something of you a lot that is beyond your natural capacity, just know that that's what it is and function apart from that. Like, don't even worry about it, but don't be upset. Like, that's me trying to be upset for not being super friendly dude like Quest. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to beat myself up about it, but I am going to learn how to put on the happy face. I am going to learn how to be more amenable to interaction. I'm going to learn how to, not be a pest or be like the rain when it's sunshine. Absolutely. But I'm not going to front like I'm going to suddenly be running around asking people, so what do you do? Like, I'm never going to ask that question, Quest.
Yep.
So what do you do? Tell me about yourself. I'm never going to do that because I'm just not that guy.
Yep.
Right. But I'm not requiring that of myself. I hope I'm making myself clear. But that's the thing that I think a lot of times people really kind of put themselves through the mill because they're trying to be something. We're not talking about principles here. We're talking about, practicalities. Like I'm never going to like crowds. My sister Lisa loves the Thanksgiving Day parade in New York. I've never loved it and I never will love it.
Yeah.
There's too many people. Like I'll watch it on the TV because I got HD. I can see everything I want to see and I don't have to, excuse me. I don't have to do that. Right. But if I say I'm going to go, then I'm like, all right, I'm in there. I'm not going to make it a problem.
That's it.
So let's cut that conflict off at the pass, man. Like head that joint off at the pass.
Absolutely. I'm saying it, D, because like for real, as always, and I always tell people, your marriage is more important than who you are as individuals. Yep. Remember, when you operating through these conflicts, remember the 5 things that I told you, like for real, operate with maturity, absence of selfishness, absence of pride, treat your marriage like it's a client, and act with humility. Yep.
Word up.
Yep.
I think we could go on and on. Maybe we should, but I think we can push pause here, man. And just know, man, that, sometimes we have to put ourselves in the other person's shoes and, don't let my sort of neck waggy kind of forward way of speaking get you in trouble at your house. It works here.
Yep. What works for one marriage ain't necessarily
don't go in your house acting like me because it might not work out. Like, because your wife or husband may not go for that. But
word?
I'm just saying. Yeah. Yeah. Like, don't do that. But for me, honesty is cool. And she already knows, like, don't ask me something that she doesn't really actually want to know. Cause I'm chill. Like, I'm a chill out. Like, don't ask me nothing if she don't want to hear the answer to.
Yeah.
And it works in our house. Yeah. So that's what it is. We left out a lot, but maybe we'll circle back one day, y'all. Holla at you.
Stay focused.
Yeah. So, Quest, I'm thinking some people might be a little bit salty because they feel like we were supposed to put on a whole, like, what do you call it? Conflict resolution seminar, which we could do. Like right now, I got a ton of more things to say. Like actual tool, a long list. You want bullet items and real how to, but
they just get the sizzle on the podcast. You want to see it?
It's sizzle. Yeah, I want to get us in the room. Call us, and we'll get through them for real.
No doubt. No doubt.
It's a blessing, man. I'm like I said, I always say, like, I like riding with my man Jay Quest. It works out. Dude's compatible, and I think it's a good complementary situation here.
No doubt.
Yeah, 2 dudes that are identical, not a good look. It's not a good look. So
not a good look.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead. You were saying something, Quest.
I was saying, I know we usually like to stay in chat, but we got to run today. We got
Boogie. Yeah, but what happened?
What happened to what happened to peace? Peace.